Here we're going to begin to talk about stress, which is supposed to be a life and death response. There's two kinds of stress. We have intermittent stress, the kind that comes and goes and resolves in between, and you have rest. Then there's chronic stress, the type that continues on, never lets up. It has been noted to be one of the top causes of workplace sickness and has been coined the Black Death of the 21st century. Your stress glands are the adrenal glands. Those are located right on top of the kidney. They're a small gland, but they produce hormones. One of the key hormones they produce is glucocorticoid hormones. The ones we're going to focus on for this study is cortisol. The functions of cortisol are simple. It's to allow you to fight for your life. To do that, it causes sugar to dump into your blood. Your blood vessels to constrict to raise blood pressure to make sure that all of your tissues can get food and oxygen immediately. It turns your immune system down, especially in inflammation, so that you're not wasting energy on doing things. When stress becomes chronic, the receptors that receive the glucocorticoid hormones become resistant. It's much like a frozen lock in a car in the wintertime. You have the key, you put it in, but the lock doesn't work. That's much the way the receptors are for the hormones when stress is chronic. It fails to downregulate or decrease the inflammatory response, and we start to get chronic inflammation. It also shuts down the blood supply to the gut mucosa. That's the inner lining of the gut wall. There is supposed to be no space in between the cells in the gut wall, but those start to open up, creating what's called a leaky gut. That allows the absorption of macromolecules, which are molecules that are much bigger than we should normally absorb. Things like bacteria, parts of bacteria called endotoxins, yeast, and proteins absorb freely into the blood. It creates a low-grade systemic inflammation. We sense that as a burning in our gut. It can create ulcers. When we sense a burning, people commonly turn to anti-inflammatories, things like called NSAIDs, aspirin, Aleve, Motrin, and the like. That will further burn the gut lining, furthering the problem with ulcers. It also kills the gut flora, which increases the problem of leaky gut. The glucocorticoid hormones tell the liver to make glucose. When it makes glucose, it dumps it into the blood, raising the blood sugar. As blood sugar rises, the hormones also inhibit the production of insulin. That makes the cells start to starve because they can't get any nutrients in them. Insulin tells the cells to take nutrients in. As the cells start to starve, we start to crave high-calorie foods. As we start to eat higher-calorie foods, we start to deposit fat within our body stores, mostly in the abdomen. It increases blood fat, and blood pressure follows. And with all of this, our health begins to fall apart.